Hello YouTube! How are you guys? Welcome to my week 64 post-op lap band update. I was banded on December 17th of 2009 with the Realized lap band, the 11cc lap band. I have had 5 fills. I have 11 cc's in my band, and I'm starting off with that because I've had a couple questions asking about my fills and all that stuff, so right up front, there you go. I started out at 308.6 pounds, and my current weight is 188.6. Last week I was 187, so I did go up a little bit more. I had vacation, which I told you guys in my last video. I have a lot to talk about, so sit back and get comfortable. Alright, so week 64, last week I was 187, and that week was a gain. I was getting ready to go to Carmel, California with some family, and, and I went on vacation, and a funny thing happened. Mind you, I travel a lot, and I don't know if I really paid attention to this before, but here's what happened. I live in the Midwest in Kansas City, Missouri. I was vacationing to Carmel, California. So when I got there, it was almost like my band had a bandcation, if you will. My band was also on vacation like myself. It was almost as if I didn't feel restriction at all. I feel like I am at the perfect restriction level when I'm home. I have 11 cc's in my 11cc band, and some people that may be like an insane amount. For me, it's freakishly perfect. So for me to go somewhere and not feel restriction, very strange. So I'm in California, and I'm noticing that when I'm eating, I'm not getting full. So I keep eating, and then I get adventurous and try bread, or I mean, it was just a really weird experiment slash experience. Very strange. So I knew, you know, we had fantastic food. We went out for my grandmother's birthday, so we did up some really nice places to eat. So I was not counting a damn thing. So I knew that going into it. So I'm not sitting here being like, oh my god, why'd I gain? I'm very much aware. Bible. So my band was just on vacation. So I come home from vacation and I was up to 191. I was out of 190ville, okay, like a week or 2 or 3 ago. I don't know how long it's been. I was really comfortable in the 180s. So when I saw that 191 on the scale, I got nervous. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I know what to do. Like I said in my last video, I know what to do to get it back down. Don't freak out. It's okay. It's just 1 week. I can get it back. So then you're thinking, alright, let's get back on track. Problem with that is, my birthday is tomorrow, March 11th. 3/11 is my birthday. So what do I face knowing that? Well, birthday dinners, cake, ice cream, just all the good stuff, right? So I'm not being hard on myself this week. I had a slight gain, yes, but after coming home from Carmel at 191 pounds, I'm back down to 188.6. So not sweating the small stuff. So lots to talk about. One fact though I wanted to talk about with the whole vacation thing. So while I was on vacation, one of my friends did look up for me because I was so curious. So we Googled the whole altitude as far as Kansas City, Missouri versus Carmel, California. Turns out it's like 1.3 miles lower in altitude in Carmel, which to me makes sense why my band would be more relaxed. Whereas if I was 1.3 miles higher in altitude, my band would probably be tighter, right? So it makes sense. I'm not saying it affects everybody. Maybe it's just the level of fill level I'm at that it actually really affected me. Could be. But all I know is I came home and my band was right back to being a bitchy band. And I'm okay with that. I love having a bitchy band because that keeps me in check. I need my band. So that's that. So apparently, you know, you can take the fat off the girl, but you can't take the girl off the fat. So I ate my face off while on vacation, so I was happy to come home and have my band back in control of my life. So that's that. So one thing I loved the most, more than anything about being on vacation, was I love the ocean, and obviously in Kansas City, Missouri, there's not an ocean. So every other time that I've been to Carmel, it's really, really pretty, beautiful, you know, coastline, and I've become a runner. So I thought, you know, before I left, I really want to run each morning I'm there to, you know, stay healthy, get my exercise in, and it's going to be a gorgeous run. You know, I'm not running on the treadmill at the YMCA. I'm running along the coastline of the Pacific Ocean, and it's going to be gorgeous. So I did. 2 out of the 3 mornings that I was there, I did my run, and I ran for about 55 minutes, and it was so gorgeous. But the best part about it was, A, I wanted to run, and B, I could. I ran for almost an hour 2 of the 3 mornings I was there, and it was just a gorgeous run, and I just felt so good about it. So I loved that. That was to me the best part of my vacation, was just me being at a point where I included the fitness piece into my vacation, and I could, and I loved it. So that was really a really cool non-skill victory for me. So one thing really quick I want to do while talking about running is kind of do a shoe review. Some people have asked what kind of shoes you wear for running, and I know when I was wanting to become a runner, I also asked some people what kind of shoes they wear for the best comfort. Clearly every foot is different. You have your own preference, I have mine, but I will tell you that I got these for Christmas from my husband, and I am in love with these shoes. Not just because of the cute colors, but because they truly are a really comfortable shoe for me when I run. I feel like I'm actually running on air. So I'm going to show it to you. It is the Reebok RunTone. See if you can see all of it. The bottom, with these little air pocket bubble things, which make you feel like you're just bouncing and like it's effortless to run. So yeah, the Reebok RunTone. It's not like the curved whatever shoe. It is Reebok RunTone. It's supposed to give you a good butt, so I'll take it. So I think they're like between $100 and $115, so they are pricey, but I have literally worked out, you know, let's say 5 days a week since Christmas, obviously, and there's really no wear and tear on them, which is great, and I've run inside and outside, so that is a good sign. Great shoe. Let's see what else. So I have a really, really good story to share that completely was kind of a huge aha moment for me in my whole 64 weeks of being post-op with lap band. So I was at the gym on the treadmill running earlier in the week before I went on vacation, and I'm on the treadmill running, and this lady comes in, and if I had to guesstimate her weight, I would say she was probably around 300, 320, somewhere in that range where I was when I started, okay? So she gets on the treadmill next to me, and I'm running, and I'm in my zone. I've been running for like, I think, oh gosh, over an hour at this point, but the treadmill had reset, so it only showed I had been running for like, I don't know, let's say 6 minutes or something like that, but yet I'm dripping in sweat. Okay, now you're caught up. So I noticed out of the corner of my eye that she keeps, I think she's looking at me, and so then it's kind of making me paranoid, like, what, is there something on me, you know, now I'm getting uncomfortable, why she keeps looking over here. So I kind of hop off the treadmill for a second to get a drink of water, and I have my headphones in, and so she kind of waves at me, and so I take my headphone out, and I turn to the side, and she says, can I ask you something? She's like, how long have you been running? And I said, well, like right now? And she said, yeah. And I said, oh, the treadmill reset, so I think it's been an hour and 6 minutes. And she was like, oh my God, how do you run like that, you know? And I said, well, honestly, you know, so I talked about the Couch to 5K program. I said, you know, I several months ago did the Couch to 5K program, the best program I've ever done, changed my life. I really wanted to be a runner. I saw people who were runners with great physiques, and I wanted to have it. And she's like, oh, she's like, so you've lost weight? And I said, yeah. I said, actually, I've lost like 120 whatever pounds. And she was like, are you serious? She's like, oh my God. She's like, well, you're little. What, like, well, how much did you weigh, or can I ask you how much you weigh? And I'm like, you just called me little, you're my new best friend. I said, but I started at like 308.6 pounds, and again, her face was just like priceless. I mean, the point of my story, her name was Yolanda, and Yolanda looked at me as I looked at this girl in the gym when I very first started working out. She looked at me and wondered how I lost weight, and wondered if she would ever get to the point I'm at. I was Yolanda at one point in time. I was that same weight. I was looking at a thinner girl in the gym that I actually asked a girl at one point in time, can I ask you how much you weigh? Because your body type, I want to look like that. So to have a Yolanda ask me, you know, how much I had lost, or it was just the most surreal moment. Turns out, twist of the story is she 5 years ago had gastric bypass, and she said she was around 420 pounds and she's lost about 100, and she said then she kind of just stopped working out, and so she just maintained for like the past 3 or 4 years. And she said, you know, I really want to get back in shape, and she's like, I see you on the treadmill all the time, and I would not have guessed that, you know, you had lost that much weight. And I said, well, that's funny you say you had gastric. I had lap band in December of 2009. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I got to meet you. Not, you know, for any other reason other than I have someone else who understands what I'm going through. Because people just assume that because we've had these surgeries that we should just lose all this weight. And she's like, I have to be here to do this. And, you know, she's like, I can be here every day at 4 o'clock. Are you here working out? I'm like, I will see you here, Yolanda. So I may have a new workout buddy at the gym. It was just the sweetest moment, because I was her. I still am her. I see, you know, skinny girls and I'm like, God, I want to be that. And that's why I'm there. I want to be thin. You know, and even with 2 weeks in a row of gaining, you guys have to understand, I still want it. It's not going away. I'm still doing something about it to get there. And, you know, you just have to have that mentality of knowing you want it. I watched Casey Quinn's video today, and my God, it was like a light bulb. Like, we can't keep tricking ourselves into making, you know, we can't keep telling ourselves, oh, it's gonna be hard, so I probably can't do it. Well, of course, if you have that attitude, you probably won't do it. But if you make yourself remind yourself of what you want, why can't you get there? So it was just a great feeling to know that, you know, someone else has recognized, you know, because when I was talking to her, she was, to Yolanda, she was like, you know, what size are you? She's like, I can't believe you were she's like, you weighed what I weigh now. She's like, so I can't even imagine. She's like, what size are you in? You're little. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, my God, someone is saying I'm little. That's amazing. And very unfamiliar. So I said, well, I just got into size 10 this week. And she's like, oh my God, girl, you're so little. I'm like, amazing. This is amazing. It was just, such a good, like, warm-hearted feeling I had. So, you know, maybe you are a Yolanda, or maybe you know someone, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it was just a weird feeling to know that, it's kind of come full circle, and I'm not by any means done. I want to get to my goal of 159 pounds, and not only do I want to get there, I'm going to get there, period. It may take me, you know, 86 years, but I'm going to do it. Not really, however. It's just, you know, the mindset is the biggest piece, I think, of this whole journey. So even when I come to you guys and say 2 weeks in a row I've gained, I am not a failure. I am still on the path to get to where I want to be. You know, I've got several things going on, and that's a part of my life, and that's my journey, and that's how I roll. So, you know, it's not always going to work for you. So you can't judge, you know, someone else's journey because it's not what you would do. Or you can't try to follow someone else's to the T, because that's not your life. You need to make this work for your life, for your everyday life. And that's the biggest advice I could give anybody. You know, yes, have goals in mind, but do what works for you, because my God, you know, you're the one that's going to be living your life in that body every single day, period. So do what works for you. Kind of got off on a rant, sorry, but that is that. So if you're watching this on Friday, March 11th, I will be celebrating by getting a massage that my husband got me, and having a really nice dinner and drinks out tomorrow night. So I'm excited. I'm turning 29, the last year of my 20s. I feel better than ever. I feel healthy. I feel great. I'm going dress shopping tomorrow to see if I can find a cute dress to wear out to dinner because I can and I want to. So that's what's ahead for me. So thank you guys for watching. And you know, stay positive, keep your chin up, you know, keep your eye on your prize, not someone else's prize, but your prize. So have a great weekend, you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.